How can creators like us, who are new to building online businesses, who have high value skill sets, how do we scale our monthly recurring revenue, or MRR, to get us the freedom we desire? That is the question, and this newsletter will give you the answers. Be sure to subscribe if these are the types of answers you seek. My name is Boysie Gordon, and welcome to Boysie Talks Business. Episode 6, How to Give Yourself an Edge from Proper Goal Setting. My method for setting goals that compounds my actions and brings me wins. In today's episode, I want to break down my philosophy on goal setting and achievement. When I was new to entrepreneurship, I rushed out the gates as fast as humanly possible. I wanted the money, I wanted the freedom, I wanted the expensive car. Yes, MC20 for those that wanted to know. But shortly after this burst of effort came a spell of insurmountable exhaustion. I was burning my candle from both ends, and it was all because I failed to set up my goals correctly. Don't be like me. Start off stronger. See, it's natural for us to want to gain something from our efforts, but that desire, if left unchecked, can quickly descale your business. For those that may not know, my first business went from $0 in revenue to $1.4 million in revenue in 8 months. The following 8 months, we scaled from $1.4 million in revenue to $2.5 million in revenue, almost doubled it. But what a lot of people don't know is that in month 9, we lost a majority of our business, 50% loss, right? And the only way that we can make it back was by setting goals and making sure that they were goals that could help us and push us further than we thought we could go. Now, the reason we lost the business was because we didn't have any goals. We didn't have anything to hold us accountable to the actions of our day to day. Many people see goals as a way to unlock their dreams, but I see them as a method to keep you locked in on your actions. Goals should goals should guide your actions and make your dreams feel realistic. Here are a few rules I use for goal setting. Number one, it's funny. One at a time. So many times in my life, I'd set goals and forget about them. Well, this isn't a crock pot or a pressure cooker. You can't forget about your goals. This is life. Losing focus on your goal for 1 second can compound into failure. 1 second becomes 1 day. 1 day becomes 2 days. 2 days becomes a week becomes a month becomes a year becomes you never achieve anything with your goals. But there's a way to set yourself up for success. Focus on one goal at a time. For me, my only goal this year is scaling my business consultancy to $15,000 in MRR by August. What does this do? It adds accountability because I don't have any excuses. I only have one goal, right? It's not like I'm focusing on 30 different goals and 30 different areas of my life. I have one goal and I am focusing all of my energy into that one area of my life. Limits distraction. Once again, I don't have multiple goals. I don't have multiple different things pulling at my attention. If something that I'm doing doesn't align with my goal or doesn't help me get to my goal as fast as possible, I'm not doing it, or it's a lesser priority for me. And a focused effort. Again, only have one goal. I'm putting everything into it. I don't have any distractions, which means that everything that I'm doing can be a benefit towards my goal. More focused effort means faster achieving, means faster compounding, which means faster other goal, right? So I'm knocking my goals off one at a time. And all these benefits only make it easier for me to achieve my goals. And I assume they would make it easier for you to achieve yours. Number 2, expiration date is required. Another problem with my earlier goals is that they didn't motivate me, which is why I could set them and forget them. To avoid this, give your goals a deadline. My current goal is deadline of August 2024. That means I only have 5.5 months to get my goals or to hit my goal, right? That added pressure will push me to do whatever is necessary. It will force my brain into giving me solutions to the problems that this deadline will present, right? And then number 3, don't share your goal for dopamine. Many people don't realize this, but when you share your goals, you receive the same amount of dopamine as if you had accomplished the goal already. That is why, for the most part, I keep my goals private nowadays. But Boysie, you just told us your goal. You hypocrite. Yes, but 2 things. I didn't tell you my goal to feed my ego. And I also didn't share with you my complete goal. I just shared with you a little snippet of something that I hope to accomplish this year. My bigger goal is something completely out of this world. To me, I'm keeping it private, not telling anybody. No one knows. My fiance doesn't even know, right? But I gave you a milestone as the goal for this year, and my goal is actually like a 3-year plan, 5-year plan-ish. So I've spoiled so many of my goals in the past that I have recognized when my goals become deflated from oversharing. And this realization, combined with a little bit of research on how to achieve goals and whatnot, got me to this point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just keep my goal secret. So keeping your goal a secret will boost your motivation to complete it, and it'll also give you some sense of, I don't know, intrinsic value to what you're trying to do, because you're the only one that knows about it. So you're the only one that's going to be able to say, hey, why aren't you doing this? Hey, why aren't you doing that? Plus, you already have a deadline. Plus, it's the only goal that you have. If you don't do it at that point, it's like, what in the world? And so this last part is actually how to prevent it from being something that you don't do. The reward must be worth the work. Number 4. The last thing is very important. Your goal must be worth the work required. If my goal is to make $1,000 per month online, would I feel comfortable putting in 100 plus hours a month to accomplish it? Probably not. That is less than $10 an hour. I could work at McDonald's down the road and save my brain the effort. I'm writing articles every day. I'm writing tweets every day. I'm recording podcasts every day. I'm reading books every day. I have a coach now. Would never do that if I was only going to make $1,000 per month from my business. And you're not going to go above and beyond for a goal that you don't care about. So one thing you have to understand is that human nature is geared towards self-preservation. So if you can't logically justify the reward to yourself, then your brain will work against you. It'll come up with excuses as to why you shouldn't do stuff, because the goal isn't large enough to put in the actual required effort. Make your goal large enough so that the effort pales in comparison to the reward. For me, $15,000 a month from an online business does a couple of things. I can work from anywhere with internet. I can live comfortably anywhere in the world. I can complete my dream board or vision board comfortably. I don't have to take sacrifices. No PTO, no people banging down my door asking me for stuff. I can work anywhere I want, whenever I want, however I want. This is my version of freedom. And for that, I work as hard as I can for as long as it takes. The reward being worth the work, or more than the work, allows for me to give my all to my goal. Right? And then this last part is kind of the icing on the cake, or the cherry on top. I don't know whichever one you prefer, sundaes or cake and ice cream. It doesn't really matter. The key to achievement. And I hate to pull a Wizard of Oz moment here, but the key was within my rules all along. Always give yourself an edge. Every rule that I have is about increasing the odds, working with your brain, removing friction from the process, while taking consistent action as often as possible is the obvious key to accomplishing your goals. I assume that if you've read this far or listened this far, you have no problem doing that. So help your future self out by creating a process that feels natural and keeps you focused. Leverage every possible resource you have at your disposal to give you a strong, sustainable start and keep you accountable to the process. If you'd like to have me as a resource in scaling your business or achieving your goals, schedule a meeting with me at mybluepath.com. All right. I am available Monday through Friday. I think there's some Saturday, Sunday slots as well. And pretty much 8 to 10 hours a day. I'm pretty flexible. And if you need more than that, just send an email in response to this newsletter, or just comment and I can get with you there. And if you enjoyed this article, be sure to subscribe so you can get more daily content from me. Thanks for reading or listening, whichever one you chose. Bye.